So we got this mechanic shop here. We got all these people bringing all their vehicles to us. They want us to turn them into normal vehicles, into some mud vehicles with big engines, big tires to be able to go through all the mud, the hills, the rocks, everything. So you ready to get started?
Yeah.
So we have a beetle. We have this old Ford truck. As you can tell, the paint's not very good. The tires have no tread. He has his son's golf cart here. He said his son is always getting stuck, so he wants some bigger tires on his golf cart. He wants some bigger tires with a bigger engine on his truck. So that's what we got for those. For this one, this guy wants us to do a full customization, bigger tires, bigger engine. Maybe throw the engine in the back. Maybe like cut the doors out, make it real cool looking. So we got that as well. And then inside here, we got a nice Razor. He wants a bigger engine with a turbo on it. And he wants us to jack it up and put huge tires on it. And after we do all that, we have a mud pit where we test all the vehicles. We have a huge sand dune in the back, a bridge with some water. And there in the back, we also have some more mud and hills so we can test all the stuff out. You ready to start?
Yep.
If y'all ready to start, give the video a thumbs up. We would appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. And as well, we have an Instagram that we just made. It'll be in the description. Go follow that.
If you didn't guys notice, I'm wearing golf
And Hudson has some cool little overalls, little farm boy. The big question, which one do you want to do first?
The one inside there.
You want to work on this one first? It's already here. Might as well, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get the parts. I think he's going to be impressed. What do you think?
Yeah.
So we've put a bigger engine in this thing. We added a turbo, some snorkels on the back. And as you can tell, obviously, huge suspension lift, bigger tires. This thing's ready for the mud.
And pointies.
Yeah, we put some pointies on there. You see them? You got to watch out for those. So I think he's going to love this. Let's turn it on. And let's park it outside. It's much quicker, as you can tell. Look how fast this thing is now. You'll have to be careful, though, because these things like to flip. So we're going to test this one out in the mud. But I want to finish getting everything else ready first. So, that's one down. Which one do you want to do next? You want to do these two or the beetle?
Truck.
You do the truck? So we'll do the truck. Like I said, clean up the paint a little bit. It's really dirty, old, bigger tires, bigger engine, and you just want some bigger tires on his golf cart, maybe some lights, something like that. As you can tell, this truck's pretty boring. It's pretty slow.
Can we look inside?
Not much to it.
Let's look inside.
Look inside. Pretty boring inside as well. So we got a lot of work to do, but we're gonna get started. Well, what do you think?
Whoa.
So we did a lot to this truck. It cost a lot of money. As you can see, look at the engine under there. Brand new turbo engine.
Hey,
huge.
Let's see how it looks inside.
We'll check out the inside as well. We redid some of the inside too. Huge mud tires, off-roading suspension. This thing is ready to go. Check out the inside.
Yeah.
So we redid the seats, new vinyl. The dash we kept the same old school style, but the seats look awesome. He's going to love this. And look at his kid's golf cart. So he was getting stuck a lot. So we added some mud tires, put a little light on. The light works. His kids would love this as well. Let's pull this out. We did no engine work to the golf cart. It didn't really need an engine. The engine was fine. It just needed some better tires. It had street tires. They got stuck. He should be happy with that. But the truck got a turbo. This thing is an animal. And I cannot wait to drive this thing in the mud. Look at this thing.
Are we gonna do it right now?
Yep, we're gonna work on that. But we're gonna work on the beetle, and then we're gonna take them all in the mud. Look at this thing. This might be one of my favorite trucks in Farming Sim. Look at that thing. That's pretty cool. You like it?
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, I'm very excited to work on this one because there's a lot of work to be done. So you ready to start?
Yeah.
All right, let's wheel her inside.
Voila.
Voila! Last but not least, look at this thing. We spent tons of time on this thing. Huge tires. The back tires are even bigger than the front tires.
Hey, look on the back.
Look at the engine. Look at the engine we threw in this thing. With a cool exhaust. We gave him an extra tire up top.
Look at the door.
Yep, so we cut the doors off, got rid of the windows, put a smaller tires on the front, upgraded the suspension, 4-wheel drive, light system, 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights. This thing's ready to rock. You gonna hear it? That's right, we even upgraded the engine. I'm ready to go mudding. We need to test out all these vehicles before we give them over back to the owners.
I want to test out the buggy first.
So you want to do this one first?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. How do you think it's going to do? 1 out of 10. 10 being the best. What number you think?
10.
10? Okay, let's see. Let's see how it does in the mud pit. Okay. It's doing okay. It's going. So here's the ending is a pretty hard part. Can it make it up the hill? Okay, it can. So now we got our next obstacle, which is the sand dune. Let's see if it goes up the sand hill. Very good. Okay, so this thing might be really good in the sand. It went up that with no problem. Let's cross the bridge. And we have more obstacles on the other side.
And that thing is out.
Okay. Now we got to retrieve the beetle because we just dumped it into the water. Oh my gosh.
The beetles are so good, but going off the bridge.
All right. So we're going to have to retrieve the beetle from the middle of the water here in a little bit. Which one do you want to try next?
That one.
The blue truck?
Yeah.
All right. This is my favorite truck that I want to try. I think it's going to be great in the mud, in the hills. Hopefully we don't drive it into the river. So,
I had the beetle.
all right, let's go. Let's see how it does. Okay, this thing is an animal. Look at this thing. Okay, so this thing is way better in the mud than the beetle. Let's see the hill. Okay, no problem. No problem on that hill. This thing's an off-road machine.
Here's the beetle.
Here's where the beetle had problems. Definitely wasn't a driver error. It was not my fault. It was the beetle's fault. All right, let's see. So this thing drove across the bridge without falling in. There's our beetle, as if you saw it. It's right there in the water, upside down.
Failure.
We'll have to come retrieve that. I'm sure the owner is going to be so excited to hear that we flipped his beetle in the water. Okay.
He's gonna be so excited.
Here's the mud pit. More importantly, super steep hill up the mud. Do you think it can make it? I think it can. Let's see. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. This thing is not fair. All right, steep hill, super steep hill. Let's see. Oh, this is like vertical. Okay, this thing's an animal. So this might be my favorite truck. Which one to try? You want to try the go-kart or the big razor?
The go-kart.
All right, I agree. I want to try the go-kart. Next up is the go-kart. He said his kid always got stuck in the mud. So let's just see, make sure this thing can go through the mud now. The new tires definitely helped in the mud. I can tell already. Look at this thing. Oh, it's getting a little stuck. Okay, so it can't make it up the hills fully. It gets stuck. It gets stuck a little bit, probably because it's not heavy enough. But I know it's doing better than it was before. It's at least still going through some of the mud.
Did the truck get to the ending?
The truck did, but this one not so much. Okay. So, I'm still happy with that. It went through a lot of the mud. It just can't really go up the hills. But you know what probably can? This. So let's try the razor out. This thing's going to go through the mud like nothing.
There's the go-kart.
Alright, so this thing, as we know, is an animal through the mud, but up the hills, it's going to want to flip. So you got to be really careful going up the hills. And really careful going across bridges, or you're going to end up in the water. Should we just jump it?
No!
Okay, alright, yeah, you're right. See, that's why I have you here, to tell me no, because I would have tried to jump that and I would have ended up in the water. So I'm glad you're here, because you stopped me. I definitely would have tried to jump the bridge. Would have been a bad idea. So we retrieved the beetle. As you see, it was submerged underwater. It's a little wet. Everything's a little dirty. So, what do you say? Clean it off? We don't tell him anything?
I don't want to do
Okay, Hudson, you clean it off. While Hudson cleans it off, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Like I said, we made an Instagram. Go follow it. It's in the description. Hopefully this guy doesn't know that his car was in the bottom of the lake, because he might be mad at us. Everyone else already come picked up their vehicles. They absolutely loved it. We're going to be doing more vehicles in the future. If you have any other vehicles you want to see us do, and while Hudson sprays the sky, let us know in the comments below. So until next time, make sure you thumbs up, like, subscribe, watch more of our videos.
Look how I did the car.
The car's perfect. He's not even going to know it was in the bottom of the river.